Viewers, all welcome again to another episode of What Fits You. And we are talking, basically we center this discussion on marriage. And we have a lot of things to look into. We have issues that bother us on divorce, separation, and remarriage. Issues and questions that instill fears into the heart of people. Should I divorce? Will I enter heaven? And you know, some people have been imprisoned by what they were told. Now we have told you that we have to separate culture from faith. Our faith, which is Christianity, doesn't it's not subjection under or to culture. Oh. So we have told us if you divorce under whatever situation, you are not a sinner, and that may not lead you to hell. Are you there? So you have to be very bold. And we told you that the word of God encourages you to use your wisdom, because culture will want you to stay and say, even your great grandmother will still stay there, your great grandfather stay with the woman. Why are you now divorcing now? And yet this marriage may lead you to death. All your effort is counterproductive. So you have to understand that, and we told you, which is the very germane thing, is that you were married on purpose. You married for purpose. We are all understanding. So when you enter into any life, and any life entered into you, and the purpose for which you are created, the way God asks you to do your thing, is not the resultant effect of what the marriage is given to you, then you can break. You can have a separation, you can have a break, you can divorce, you can remarry. And you have to understand that it's not the woman you marry that has to give you the next blueprint of the call of God upon your life. He said, no, that is not the man I married. Which man did you marry in the first instance? And we told us that we are not marrying into position, into a kind of, maybe you say, I'm an apostle, I'm a bishop, I'm a pastor, I'm an evangelist. That's not what you marry to. You marry to the person and the purpose of God in the life of the person. So you are not to direct or redirect, or to give another purpose to that man. It may be going on the left like this, and God says, turn to the right. God told Abraham, my father, he said, look towards the north, the south, the east, and the west, and all the land you see, I give to you. And in fact, there was a place in the scripture, God told David, why did you have to kill this man? Why did you have to kill him? And you took his wife, Bathsheba. Why? God said, I have given you the wives of your master, his daughters, the old Israel, and your Judah. If that were too small, ask me, I will give you more. You need to understand that every person who is sent to serve a purpose in the life of whosoever must understand that God gave it. So you are not the one to say that this one is permissive, is allowed. No, let the one who gave him the assignment direct him. This might not go down with you, but that is the truth. So also with me today again in the studio is the same man of God who has been so versatile in this kind of assignment, and he has been going all through the nation of Africa. Is well known, and outside this Africa continent. And you know him, it's no other person than Apostle Thompson Ajayi Jesu. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, you know, we were on Micah chapter 7 and the third verse that you should put no trust in man and keep and guard your mouth from him that light on your bosom. So we have to understand that people are suffering, and some people are in bondage. They are in prison by the kind of preachers who preach to them, by the kind of words spoken to them by people in the society, by what the culture also instilled into them, which is contrary to their individuality concept, and it's also contrary to the take of their own life. Because everybody, even including the women, has purpose. God did not send anybody purposeless in this world. She has a purpose. And I want to tell you that there's no one that is sent to suffer for a purpose. Now, and there's no one that God said, I sent you, and the assignment I gave to you is suffering. No, nobody. So you have to understand that even when marriage is being consummated, he said it's for pleasure. It's not for suffering. So when all your efforts are not being appreciated, they are not seen as a service, then you are no longer there. And if you are no longer able to produce the kind of expected service to the man who married you or whom you married, then the marriage is not allowed. Are you getting? So anything can happen from there. And today again, we are still on the same question from the woman who said what she should do. Haven't left her husband, and the husband is remarried. She also felt that she could also go ahead and marry now. And that actually lead us to a very germane point which we were talking about the other time. And so we want to conclude the question now.
So the woman, if you are, listen to me very well, if you are still of marriageable age, if you are still,
man of God,
sexually,
man of God,
sexually
yes.
active,
yes.
Then I'll urge you go and remarry.
At whatever age.
At whatever age.
Because age is not a barrier now.
It's better you're doing it with one man you are married to.
Yes, than
just
everywhere now.
Giving everybody. So if you're in that age, he has already remarried, you're free to go. But just know this, that let your conscience be free within you. Let it be true that it wasn't you who caused the separation.
Yeah, man of God.
Not deliberate causing of the separation.
Yeah.
That's it.
The moment you discover that the service expected by that man you cannot render, you are free to go. Marriage is not a coercion.
No, it's not.
So you need to understand.
No, you must agree to work together.
Yeah. So if this one say it's like this, you say it's like this. No, you cannot produce that service to go the way the man wants or wanted, then you are free to go.
But let me so that we round that up, go to the next aspect of our question. Let me just blow your mind on this. We read Micah 7 verse 5. Yeah. Right? Now, there are also something in 6.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
7.
Yeah.
I mean, he said, the son dishonors the father. The daughter rises against her mother. The daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. In fact, a person's enemies will be members of his own household. Okay? Therefore, I will look to the Lord, and I will wait for the God of my salvation. My God will hear me. Interestingly, this is what Jesus quoted when he came. Because many of you think Old Testament is different from New Testament, but rather it's a continuation. In fact, there is no original thing in the New Testament. No original. Everybody speaks from the Old Testament.
Yeah, because New Testament is a fulfillment,
of the Old Testament. And that's Jesus said, do not think
that I've come to abolish the
law. And do not think even that I came for peace. He said, no. I came for war. Because husband against.
It will be at war.
This is Micah that is quoting from. Yeah. So we see that the originating context of that thing Jesus said is that it came from it. And it means that it is based on faith. Your relationship with God. That's why we said that if the party has proved to be an unbeliever, man,
don't go there.
Man, even if you have already married, proved to be an unbeliever, you can divorce. The story I gave you about my friend, between the man and the woman, who proved to be an unbeliever? It's the pastor, it's my friend, not the woman. So it's not the title we are talking about.
No.
Christianity is life. It is this attitude that's proved that in this relationship he is the unbeliever according to scripture, because he's a pastor. Your wife does have issues with grieving back. Must you not drive away because of that? If you are a pastor and you're a believer, what should you do? Abraham waited for how many years? 25 years. Isaac waited 20 years.
And God did not justify the woman now. Exactly. The second woman adopted children.
So in this case, irrespective of is as victory everything, but it proves to be the unbeliever. So that's why I keep telling you, let your conscience be the guide. As long as you know that in that matter you actually were the believer and you did it according to, and then it didn't work, man, you can go.
Now, sir, now that we have the woman you have heard it, you can go ahead and will also marry. Now, she said something here in the next question that how do I treat my children? Because the children are with her, and the man occasionally when they are at the family house, he came visiting and he would take the children and maybe to his home or anywhere. He said, how do I treat the children?
Yeah, that's a very, very, very important question, because your children must never be a casualty of a marriage.
I hope you hear that. Your children must not be the casualty.
Never.
Or whatever they have come up with.
These children were sitting jejely in heaven.
And you brought
on them their own.
You called them.
It's you who called them to come.
Wow.
And they came, they answered. So your primary duty is to make sure that they do not suffer as a result of your breakdown with your husband or with your wife. If it means, and that you have to be very realistic. Even in the court of law, the questions the judges will ask is, at this stage of this person's life, who has, out of the two of you, who has the capacity to take care of the education and of the well-being of the children? If it is the man, they award custody to the man. If it's the woman, they award, and then they will not give them visiting rights. You don't deny them time with the other. It doesn't matter what they did. And don't go around telling tales about the father or the mother to the child. When you do that, you may think you are winning them to you, but honestly you are damaging their destiny. Because you are planting seed of marital problem into them that will germinate in future.
I think you have to say that again, because saying evil about the mother or the father.
Don't ever. It's not their problem. You are their parents. So you don't have a problem with your husband. Don't tell the child. Don't try to use the child as collateral, as blackmail against the other person. No, keep them out of it. If you want to be honest, just tell them, if you are the woman or the man. I mean, just like my brother has told you here, it's purpose, and I realized I couldn't fit that purpose again, and that's why I left.
No, sir.
Leave it at that.
Sir, I quickly. The answer is amazing me. So I want to go far. Right. Then we come back to now. Those people that are separated and the children are grown up and they want to get married, is it right for the man to deprive the woman, the ex, to deprive her of attending and doing her very best during the marriage ceremony of any of the children?
It is wrong.
Okay.
It is wrong. Because if there's a place for the man to participate, or for the woman to participate in the marriage, let them do their duty. They are the parents, for God's sake.
Okay.
If it's a case where somebody said, I disown my children, they are not my own, the girl, that one is different. Okay. That one is different. It's somebody that they don't even know the mother, or they didn't know the father. You train them alone, and then on the day of marriage they now came to show. That one you could use your discretion to, but
even at that, you don't still deprive.
No, they must know that this is the father, they must know this is the mother. No, you don't, because a father is the father, a mother is the mother.
Fact,
the DNA in them, the genes are there.
Can I even help?
Please help them.
If you see that you and your husband, you have separated or you divorced, everyone, the two of you have gone either ways. Now, you try to raise the children on your own, you deprive the wife or the husband, the father, the right to see the children, you raise them up, you're single-handedly. You are wasting your time. You've wasted time. Because someday, somehow, blood, will speak. And the children will ask for their father. They may say they don't want to see their father. Yeah, because of what has been planted in them. But the seed will still germinate. The blood will speak one day. And let me also let you know, allow these children. If I've seen a situation, sir, where a woman who took over the custody of the children, and the children are now they were in an institution, or maybe they didn't, and they wouldn't know. The woman had died. Those children were not given access to the family of the man.
Okay, of the man. So she don't even know where the father is.
They know that they know where their father is, and they don't see the father as their father. And the family, maybe their grandpa and mom, one of them together, they don't have anything to do
with the father again.
Don't you know what happened? The woman died. The family came for the children. And that was when the family trained down went. And I said after, they said, look at it now. This is what the woman suffered for. You see, when they took the children, raised them, you are doing all this. And now, after your death, after your demise, the children now went to their family.
Because they have a name, they have a father, they have an origin.
You need to understand, it's all about you suffering yourself.
Exactly. It's what you sowed, reap it alone.
Yeah,
keep the children out of it.
Thank you, sir.
Because of their future.
So at whatever point they can, maybe during marriage, they showed up. Don't deny them.
Don't deny.
Just welcome them. But know that whatsoever a man soweth,
he will reap.
That's what he will reap. Number 2, whosoever tends his fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof. So, this way. So if the children do not know you, it's because you are absentee father or mother. You are not there. So if you are there, even if someone has spoiled their minds, just it's like when your wife is angry at you or your husband is angry at you, keep doing good to them. Now, if your children are angry, keep doing good to them. They may not appreciate it, but someday what to do is speak good. So you get it right, okay? Sir, now, the children during, look at what she said here now, that she wouldn't know how to handle the children. Now, our culture in this side of the world says, men, the children belongs to the men folk.
Yeah.
Secondly, if you go to law court according to what you said, they may say that this oil of yours, nobody can take care, or you are someone in your relative who can help you take care of your children. Okay, that's all right. So, and if the woman said, no, nobody can take care of my children the way I would love to take care. You will be taking care, social security. You have to be paying X amount of whatever to take care of those children for, until when they get to a kind of age. Now, I haven't said all that. Even if the children choose to remain with their mother, you don't have to stress yourself. You are still your children. Don't be too hard. And again, want to advise every man and every woman, you men, don't be too hard. Hard life is killing. Don't be too hard. Don't be too tough. Nobody can bend you. You just feel that you know it all. No. Such life is not allowed. It's not allowed. We're in the 21st century and things must be better done. So you have to get it straight. And you woman, nobody can talk to you. Just feel that you can do this, you can do that. No, why are you fighting people? Why are you working for the downfall of your husband? If you are a purpose-driven person and you are here to solve a problem or solve or work on purpose for your husband, you don't need to pull him down. You don't need to scatter what he's doing. You don't need to destroy his life. You don't need to even destroy his person. Remember, something has connected you. even when there were no children. Blood has joined us together. It's like you have a relationship with people and you are now tarnishing them, you are destroying them. They did this to me, he has been sleeping with me. Blood has joined you together. So you need to understand that the blood that enters into your body has caused a lot of things in your both lives. So don't try to damage the one you have a relationship with. Don't try to damage the one you are staying with, because there is something that has joined you in common. Your Bible says that whosoever you join yourself with, you are one flesh. So you need to understand. Damaging is damaging yourself. You are going out to public. This one abused me, molested me. He did this, and he came to me, and he has slept with me. All those ones are shameless because the blood is in your body.
The very funny thing about such things is that when you point one finger at somebody,
the rest
is pointing at you.
Yeah.
There is no cause without effect.
No.
So even if a man or a woman is cheating, something must have caused it. That's why you take joint responsibility.
No.
And don't go around, just believe that it has come to an end. But your children must not be casual.
Now I want to say this. Now for the children, if you feel that you want to leave your husband, you want to marry, you need to put this thing in focus. Now, should it be that the children were taken to my husband's side, will I survive it? If yes is your answer, then go ahead. Okay. But you say you want to go and marry, or you want to leave your husband, put it in mind. If you have all children for him, that you have, as you live in, you may leave the children. Let us be the me inside of you. That's a clause inside of the
can happen.
That you also belong the children to the man. And you have to be very careful, because God forbid, should anything happen to any of the children, if you say you fought the man and you don't do it properly, you don't do it legally, you don't do it in the way that you feel it can be done, it should be done, then you may take responsibility for any mishap that happened to any of the children. So you need to get it. So if you want to, you are living, if the man says they want to take out, leave the children to the man, let him take responsibility. And the children will come back to know their mother. In fact, let me also let you know, women, you are best advantage, because Jesus Christ our Lord said two principal words on the cross. Number one, when Jesus will address the father that gave him to Mary's mother, Jesus says, my Father, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? And when he will address his mother, he said, mother, behold your son. Son, behold your mother. And ever since that time, women have been so close to their children. And I will also advise you men, if the woman is leaving you, be the man, be manly. Let her go. The children are behind you, they be something. Let her go. Let her go. Provide the necessary care if you can. Don't be too hard. It's like you took the egg, the chicken, now raise children. You say, okay, you pack all the children. Say, you go away. You will see the way the children will begin to roll, shout, them go everywhere, go. And if it is even dog, you took all the children away, all the baby dogs away. You know what the dog will barking all around, back. That is how hard it is for a woman to leave children. And also, Jesus never left Mary, his mother. He never left. So children, wherever you are, even if you are on the side of your father, remember your mother. Your mother is important. Your mother was the incubator that incubated you for those months or years when you were born. Are you there? So remember the mother. Send greetings, talk to her.
Don't choose sides.
No.
They are your parents and they will forever remain your. Don't choose sides.
And woman, get it correctly. If you leave the husband, you may leave the children. Just once you are satisfied with that, then you can go ahead. And if you want, because there is a case of a woman, or there was a case of a woman, it wasn't happening on that she left her husband the children, all of them were together, and after a short while, the woman found a man, and the man said he could not marry her with the children. So let her return the children back to the father.
Some men are like that, they won't marry you with your children. So
They-
it's
they
better you
said-
leave them with your
Yeah, they said they cannot take care of another man's children. Now, we would say that those men or such men are not married, because it is not he who marries the wife that is the real man, is the one who takes care of the children. You understand? So if he doesn't have that man, and he said you have to let go of the children, so you can't eat
your cake and have it. Exactly,
So
it's a choice. You have to
understand.
make.
So it's a big choice. So get it right. So when you are changing spouse, have it at the back of your mind that you are not seeing, but there is a price to pay. You may have to live without the children, and if you have a free man, he may let you have the children. So, but you understand that the children must not suffer for any of the consequences of either dissolution, separation, or divorce.
That's why even if your new man accepts to take care of your children, he doesn't replace their father.
At all.
He doesn't replace their father. Their father is their father. You don't break that chain. If you break that chain, you are bringing a curse.
Now, I think, sir, women need to look into that, because some of these women are neither here nor there. Why? They are thinking, if I should leave this man now, hey, what happened to my children? They say, I'm staying there because of my children. So you are even having a wrong motive, because should the man die, now you'll be at the guest that, hey, I'm happy. And you are not even there to fulfill purpose. You are only there to serve your own interests, so that the man will help you raise the children, and after all, you take all the children to yourself. Because women has a way of doing things at times.
It's very selfish.
That's selfishness. Then you have to understand that. You don't do it like that. And don't say because of children you want to stay in problem. You are not fulfilling the purpose for which you are created into the life of that man. So why would you not say because of children you are still staying where you don't have a mission there? You are on the wrong lane. You go straight to the right lane. And even when children are you're having issues with procreation. So I've seen a situation where these people are growing older, and the man couldn't raise children, the woman could not raise children. So each of them were just cancelled, and they went their ways. They lived together for years. And the woman went to another man, she conceived. The man went to another man, she also conceived. So and they both had children in their lives. Then he told me, sir, I want us to even use that question to address ministers. Ministers who had it or is having it rough in their marriage. I think it's expedient for them to, when they discover that purpose were not being actualized, to go their different ways. I think it's good.
Yes. It's controversial, but it's the truth. Because we are not.
Why should it be controversial?
No. The reason why it is controversial is because people will look at this issue in a logical way. And whatever is logical is always controversial and counter the spirit. That's why in the book of 1 Corinthians, Paul told us the carnally, that's a logical minded and spiritually minded. I mean, they are not in enmity. They are not in agreement. But in a situation where you are a man of God and your marriage is not fulfilling purpose, because I mean the two of you are practically enemies, and then you pretend to the whole world as if you are friends. But the only time that you are friends is actually when you come to the public. The moment the public is out of it, you are enemy. Who is fooling you? You are only giving the devil the grace to perpetuate his wickedness more. And let me tell you something. If it is a relationship, marriage that has already produced children, you are damaging the life of those children. You are damaging the lives and destiny of those children.
Because of what? Because the pictures they see.
Because they see you pretend outside. They see they are something, and no, you are destroying those children, and that's the reason why God. They won't. No. Why do you think that in quote some pastors' children are the worst in the world today?
So it's because of what they saw at home.
Because they saw at home. Because it's different from what is presented on the pulpit. So you affect them mentally. That is why in such situation, honestly, forget what the world will say. It's not about what the world will say. It's about what is best for the children you brought into this world, and then ultimately for your soul in the afterlife. This is a case where marriage can lead to hellfire.
Okay.
Because if you continue in that situation, you are a pretender. You are destroying the life of your own children. You are not happy. You're getting to heaven is dicey.
I think what you are trying to say is that some of us as peddlers of this gospel, which is, by the way, ministers, we live fake life.
No. That's the truth.
Wow.
We shouldn't mince words about it.
What do you think we should do?
The point is this. When he was introducing himself, there's one who called us into ministry. John 14. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So it's clear. If you are not on the way, you can't get to the truth. If you are not in the truth, you cannot achieve life.
Because he's the tree.
He's the tree.
We are the branches.
We are the branches. So we must be like our Father. If he's the way, the truth, and the life, let your life also be the way to others. Let it be truth unto others. Let it be life unto others. In other words, don't be something else in private and something else outside. No. Be the same. Let you be the Bible that your generation is living.
Then what do you say?
So, if you are in a relationship, a marriage that is not fulfilling purpose because clearly two of you are loggerheads, you've prayed, you've done everything, and you'll be wise enough to even know that it's already affecting your children, the best way is to quit.
Now, what do you say about courage to take actions for men of God?
You need, because this is what you preach. This is what you tell people. And if you cannot do it, then you are not competent to preach it.
Be courageous.
You must be courageous to take that action. It doesn't matter. If the casualty will be the loss of crowd, if the casualty will be the loss of your ministry, let it be. The good news there is this. If you are doing it for truth,
because truth is constant.
If you are doing it because you are on the way,
oh my God.
If you are doing it because you are in the life,
wow.
it will become a temporary setback.
But that's not
that you will bounce back. And then you will be bigger than you were ever before.
Wow, what a great thing. Answer. You know, every news, be it good or bad, lasts for 3 months.
You see?
Lasts for 3 months. So ministers have to be courageous, have to be bold to take steps. And you know, because of what men will say, we may suffer.
Exactly.
If we base our lives on that, we have to take steps, change the narrative, do what you're supposed to be done. So, and man of God, what do you say to the pastor find purpose in his own ministry? The wife, blah 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 blah, rushed him to pull him down, and they sign out, and he found someone in his ministry. Is it normal for him to go that way?
There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Logic and religion will tell you no. Logic and religion will tell you no. But spiritually, see, this issue is a spiritual issue. Unfortunately, we look at it in a logical manner.
Okay.
We often forget one thing, that the me you are seeing, the you that I'm saying, this is not you.
Okay, the real me is inside.
This is not me.
Yeah.
The real me is inside. The real you is, so it's just my body
that you see.
You see. But the real me, because he created us in his image, is a spirit. And then he breathes that life-giving breath into us, and then blood courses through us. So that's the real us. Now, that real us has to come out. But unfortunately, we clothed it in this body. And that's why you, so if you don't, if you married wrong,
wow,
and then you had to go your separate ways, and then you now find purpose within your church, there's something wrong.
Wow.
In joining with that purpose.
Wow.
Because what you don't even understand is this: you yourself were not created for yourself. You are created for the purpose you are going to serve. And if what will make you to fulfill that purpose is lacking in your life, you will continue to run around in circles. Wow. Your ministry will never ever be fulfilled.
Wow.
And one last thing is this: if you can see my fingers, they are not equal. They are different. So you don't live your life by another man of God's life. Because what is written in the stars and destiny of each of us is different. Is different. There are people, man of God, that have been predestined that they will, men of God, have 5 wives.
And that's exactly where I'm going. I think that one, I was thinking we bring that up in the next episode. Okay, because it's an issue here. And that's talking about the offices in the scriptures. And I think we should bring it up in the next episode. So viewers, we love you. We want you to stay tuned to watch the next episode. You are wonderful. We love you. And I want to think, and I hope that all the episodes you've been watching, and especially this one, has been speaking volume in your life and is trying to mend you. And I know that we'll succeed without any hindrance this year, 2025. We love you from us and all of us in the studio. We say thank you so much. Here is Apostle Thompson and Jesus. Here is in the studio. Elder is also there, and Sunday is there, and other people too. And we want to thank you all. We are all here serving the purpose of God here. We love you. Shalom. Meet us next episode. Thank you.